All right, folks. So I'm in my backyard he shed where I'm running operations these days. It's actually a lot more efficient. I got the printer in the back, the Fuse One, running all the smaller parts. We got the off-site machining happening. I have another batch of X's that just showed up this week, so I've been Cerakoting those. I got the Cerakoting running behind you, and this whole setup here is my attempt to get more content out there, to answer questions, to give more training. I got teams and groups that want, since this past 2 years happened, they want online or me to Zoom call in or do training or consulting for events and stuff like that they have going on. So I have mic set up, camera set up, this tied to my iPad, this online live system. Hopefully this is a good test on this so I can do more of these. It's easy for me to jump out. If this works, it's easy for me to get somebody to ask me a question and jump out here and make a quick video. The hard thing for me is going to be doing a video without editing what I say, because I'm terrible at the English language, and I usually have to edit out a bunch of F-bombs and everything else that comes out of my mouth. So bear with me. I'm going to try to think before I speak, and already I've rambled more than I want to, and I wish I could edit this out, but I can't. So this little quick test is going to be around the California 300 race event this week. Somebody mentioned this week that they had trouble with the race file, and I haven't even looked at it. And yesterday I got on and I was waiting to be, typical spider webs and a mess of a file. And I was surprised when I seen probably the best setup file, the best race file I've ever seen since I've started doing this in 2014. This is the absolute best race course file ever put out. So whoever put this file out and put it together, congratulations. And everybody else out there who puts together races and events, take a look at this and start doing it like this. So I'm going to switch us over on this screen over here. I'm going to try to switch us onto my iPad so you can bear with me and see what's going on with this file. And we're going to put it into LEADNAV and prep it real quick. It's going to take a couple minutes. It's probably going to take less time than what I just rambled on about. So here we go. Let me try to switch us over here without screwing this up. Okay. Look at that. So we're going to go to the browser and go to the race course file. I'm already on the California 300 website. I'm under their race. I went under racer info at the top left there, and brought me up to here. And they have their desert race course file as a GPX, which every GPS in the world can take. So thank you for putting that format in there. And the best thing they did, they kept the danger list. Well, first of all, they actually went out and marked the dangers. They physically went out with a GPS and marked where the dangers are. A lot of courses will just give you a mile marker or something like that, which I'm not even getting into in this video, but it is literally impossible to accurately plot along a race course where something is off of mileage. It depends on where you pulled that mileage from. But the most accurate way to do it is like this, where you go out in the field and you physically mark the danger into a GPS point. And the best thing they did was put this file in its own, put these dangers in its own file. To us, it's going to be in its own collection. It keeps it separate from the race file. It keeps it separate from the track and the RMs and VCP points, so you don't mix them all and jumble them all up. Because things happen, races change, and they can easily change the track and the VCPs and RMs in that file, and the danger points in their own little separate file don't change. So I'm going to import the primary race course GPX file. I'm going to download it, and then we're going to import it in the LEADNAV. So I'm going to click download, and you can get this file over to your iPad however you want to. You could download it and airdrop it in or however you want, but you can see, let me make sure this is working correctly, and I'm pointing that way. So up here, top right, you have the download little arrow. I'm going to click on that. I've done this a couple times. I've warmed up. So at the top here, Desert Course, I downloaded that. It's going to come into my file browser, and it's zipped. So I'm just going to click on it, unzip it, and then you see it unzipped it as GPX. I'm going to click on that, and top right, we're going to send it out to LEADNAV. Boom. We're going to put it into its own collection. This is easy because I keep LEADNAV scrubbed before each event or after each event. I take all my files, clean them up, and I put them up in the Dropbox. So for my next trip, my next event, there is nothing in LEADNAV other than what I'm about to go do. So I'm going to import this as its own collection. You can see it imported one track and 152 markers. If we go into that, you can see we have the track and we have all the RMs and VCPs. They're separate. We're going to convert the track to a route. Where are we at here? Convert the route. Boom. And we're going to double check it. And I already did this, and this is why I'm so happy. Look at that. No spider webbing. Spider webbing happens when a race puts together individual segments, and the segments are going opposite directions or the wrong direction, and when it tries to connect this, it spider webs it out. It creates those lines straight across. We don't see that. Anyway, you can watch all that in other videos, but again, this file is perfect. You can see the start of the race is somewhere up here, and if we double check the mileage, you can put the little crosshair on the route. You can see going this way, it's like 367 feet. Coming back in, it's 66.6. Bad number. But it's going in the right direction. File's done. I mean, it's perfect, right? So you could edit that and run that race day. It's going to take you in the right direction and read out your mileage. But we want to bring in that danger list that they provide, that GPX file. So let's go back to, let's go back out to the browser, and let's download the danger GPX file. I'm going to click on it, download. You can see up top, it downloaded. We're going to open it up, and danger GPX, it's zipped. We're going to click on it, it unzip, make sure we got the right one, dangers.gpx. And let's take that out in the LEADNAV. Now, we are not going to dump this into the same collection that we just did, the main race collection. We're not going to dump it in there. We're going to save it. We're going to import it into its own collection, its own file. All right, and I'm going to show you why. So we're going to import it. You can see up top, import as new. You can barely see it if you're in dark mode. We got to make a little adjustment on that. But if you import it as new up top, you can see it brought in 94 markers. And we're in the danger collection now, and you can see it's just a file, it's just a folder collection with the dangers in it. Perfect. Because here's what we're going to do. We're going to go back to the race course. We're going to go to the route, and we're going to copy to other collection. We're going to copy it to the danger file, folder, or collection, however you want to say it. All right, now we copied the route out to that other collection. And now, so we don't get confused when we bring it back in, let's delete. Let's delete the route. All right. So now let's go into the danger folder or collection. Now you can see we have the route line in there with all the dangers. And let's go to the route. And if you're a pro user, pro subscriber, you have down here under each route, you have convert markers to audio waypoints. When I click on this, it's going to take every marker within the vicinity of that line. It's going to pull it in and turn it into an audio visual waypoint. It's going to suck it into the route and make it something that will navigate, right? So we're doing this in a separate collection because we do not want to pull in every single RM and VCP into the route. Otherwise, you're going to be hearing that stuff read to you, and it's going to be interfering with your important dangers come race day. You're going to see VCPs and RMs, and you're going to hear them, and you don't want that. So we're doing this in a separate outside collection. I'm going to go ahead and click on convert markers to audio waypoints, and boom, you can see they are now all pulled into the route line. So now we're going to take that route line. We can back up, make sure we're in routes. We're in routes. We're going to take that route line and we're going to send it back to the race collection with its RMs and VCPs. Copy to the collection. All right. Might be working. Let's see if it's working. All right. So now let me make sure I'm in the right backup. Go back to the desert course folder. And there you go. Now we have all the dangers brought into the route as waypoints, audiovisual waypoints. And that's it, folks. You hit run on that, you're going to get an audio and visual text or verbiage telling you each point is coming up, each waypoint's coming up, each danger. Now, if you want to see individual symbols, or if you don't want to just see, because if we go into this route right now, we go edit the route, and let's go to the start. Let's go to this first danger, this crest. If we click on that in editor, every waypoint, it just defaulted it to a green flag or a flag icon. So if you want now, you can go through the course and we can put a skull and crossbones there. We can side swipe. We can put a caution. If it says danger crest, so I'd put a danger there. Sometimes I'll put in some exclamation marks afterwards. Or if it's like an extreme danger, I'll put 3. Or if it's just a danger, I'll put 1. Just kind of catch your attention come race day. But we're going to save that. And because what you're really going to want to do is, if you're doing this right, you're going to go through the rest of the course, and right here you got this stay left at the VCP 1. You can edit that and put a stay left there, right? And we're just going to go through these. You can put a right turn here. Road crossing, stop, danger, extreme danger. So here's where I could put skull and crossbones, and maybe I'll put after this, I should do something like this. So now you're going to get the skull and crossbones and those 3 staggered exclamation marks after the text to kind of cue you that something extreme is coming up. That's it, folks. Super easy. And if it wasn't for me rambling this video, let me switch this back. There you go. Look at that technology. If it wasn't for me rambling on, this video probably would have took like 2 minutes. So apologies, but I hope you learned something on that. And I wanted to take advantage of this course because it is the best file I've seen. So congratulations. Everybody else, do your files like this. If you like this format that I got going on, again, it's quick. My goal is to be able to come out here and just cram out a video quick, minimum editing, which is, again, difficult for me. But if you like this, go ahead and like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Comment. If you hate it, go ahead and tell me. I got thick skin. But everybody have a good race this week, and out.